You were like, oh, I have Advil. I'm like, no, stay the f*** away. I'm like 300 pounds. If I catch it, I'm dead on the spot.
I wasn't saying. I was just saying take eat plenty of chicken noodle soup.
Oh, it seemed like he was enticing him over with the Dayquil.
You said rest up, and I said eat chicken noodle soup and take your Dayquil, and he's like Dayquil. And
he's going to work, right? Or he's staying home?
Oh, I have no idea.
He's your best friend. How do you not know?
Because he's got his whole domesticity going on, and now I've got mine going on. And
there's no reason to rub it in,
I mean, do better. Yeah, get good, Scrub.
Yeah, Jesus.
Uncaring, goofy man.
I always pick the best women too. Like I pick the women that hollow you out, and then just spit you out and as a husk.
Welcome to Nightwatch.
Hey there, Midnighters and Moonlighters. Welcome to Nightwatch. This is your closer-in-chief, and I am here with Jolly Green.
How?
Big Smoke.
Aloha.
And new guest host, Kitty.
Hello.
Alright, we're going to have to work on that. You got to wait until I stop talking before you move the mic. Because that just cut me off mid-word. But that's okay. We're learning.
One mic short, ladies and gentlemen.
I definitely need to increase the budget for new gear because it's going to be one of those things of...
What you two need to do is the cuddle. Come on, get closer.
And that's why we need you guys to go to the coffee page and...
help support the channel financially. So we can afford gear.
No.
ko-fi.com.
You two must be of one flesh, one love.
What's that SpongeBob episode where he's like, we're like twins, but closer? He lifts up his shirt and it's like
the heart's falling in between.
It's all connected. That was scary.
Hey, you know what? Kids' cartoons, man, they have some really weird parts.
Courage the Cowardly Dog was really strange, and there was another one where something happens where his face gets ripped off, and it just shows not a cartoonish image, but it shows his heart and stuff. And as a kid, I was like,
I stopped watching Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy really did it for me.
Ren and Stimpy was too, I don't know, I could never get into it.
Yeah, no, Ren and Stimpy
it was too weird.
Yeah, similar to how anime will do those smash cuts to the really off the wall art style. Ren and Stimpy had those things where it would cut into the hyper realistic zoomed in focus cuts. Yeah. It's like you see all the dead skin cells flaking up all grotesquely, and the little stubbly hairs and the pimples
and the black heads and stuff.
It was some weird stuff going on back in the 80s and 90s cartoons, man. It was rough.
Yeah, that was a weird one, really weird one.
We're not talking about cartoons though.
No,
we're talking about movies. Speaking of, real quick, hot mention, was at my parents' house last night, and I was watching a movie called The Great Wall. I had never heard of it. Legendary
the Matt Damon
film.
movie?
Yeah, the Matt Damon, Willem Dafoe, and Pedro Pascal, who's in fucking everything these days.
Yeah, I don't know how to do.
But have you heard of this of the Great Wall?
I have. Is that the one with the aliens that attack the Great Wall and there's a women that zip down on the zip lines? Yeah. I've not seen it fully, but I've seen so many clips.
Sacrificing a lot of women.
Yeah, I was going to say
a lot of blue armor.
That was pretty much. You would think they're going to put in some work, and they kind of did. But honestly, a lot of them, they'd only get kill maybe two of them. Yeah, one or two, and then get fucked up. Yeah. It's that wasn't really thought about really well.
Comes up all bloody, oh crap! That one didn't make
the harness. Yeah, comes up his limbs, just an arm and a leg in it. They're like, all right, load another one up.
Kitty, have you seen this one? Have you seen Great Wall? Okay,
we gotta watch that one.
It's another fun one. It's a real good popcorn movie.
Load another woman up.
And I was reading some of the reception. Apparently, it bombed. And because one of my biggest, not even a complaint, but things that I noticed whenever I was watching the movie was that the way that they read their lines felt very scripted. And we're talking Matt Damon, Willem Dafoe, and Pedro Pascal,
which is strange.
Very good actors, but it's like they're reading off of cue cards with the pacing and everything. But then I find out that it's predominantly for a Chinese audience.
That's what I'm saying. Look, it was them trying to force Americans on Chinese, and Chinese aren't all about that American stuff.
Because the lead director and producer was Chinese.
Yeah.
My point being that they were reading their lines so that it could be dubbed later in the Chinese version and still make sense.
Exactly. It wasn't made for America.
I mean, hell, most of the lines were in Chinese already in subtitles.
I mean, it's like in every Chinese flick where you got a protagonist who is Chinese and you got another protagonist who is an American or not Chinese. Okay, you'll have that weird sexual tension, but nothing beyond that.
Yeah. Kind of like how within this movie there was the kind of something going on with Matt Damon and the general or the commander.
He should have got the girl in the end, and instead
he rides off with.
We're going to ride off with the smelly Spaniard. No.
Pedro Pascal.
That was racist, but it's fine.
What? I can't say that either. Jeez.
Spaniards are white. You can't be racist against white people.
I don't know if that's true. Not all Spaniards.
By that logic, I could be the biggest asshole here.
For the audience, not all Spaniards stink.
Yeah,
he was.
But
the character was Spaniard.
I was making
and he stunk.
Yeah,
he was in the stockade for probably.
Okay, that makes sense.
There was a scene.
I thought we was bashing Spaniards for stinking because they don't use soap or something.
Literally, the character stank in that scene.
I'm sorry.
The era was like 7th to 9th century, something like that.
Yeah.
So he was in the stockade for almost a month or something. By the time that his Matt Damon catch.
I don't think it was that long. I mean, it said that it was at least a 2-day ride from the Capitol back to the wall, and so it was at least 2 days. It was at least that. But who knows how long the partying and the parades and everything happened in the Capitol after the day was saved.
He was in there for a while with that one bucket that you piss and crap in. He stunk. No shower.
Well, when they showed up, they had been traveling through the desert for God knows how long, trying to get to.
They were traveling. They were running.
Well, they were running whenever they got to the wall because they were being chased by the hill tribes or whatever. But
crap! Now we got to watch that movie too because now there's just so much lost in the translation without you actually seeing.
Yeah,
well, like I said, I just watched it last night. So like they were after black powder. That was why they were there. They were mercenaries hired to go collect black powder. They get to the Great Wall. It's under attack or getting ready to be under siege, but they get captured because they're chased to the wall by these hill bandits, and so they get brought in and told that they stink, and beard all grown out and matted and everything else because they've been traveling through. But they had killed one of the aliens, one of the creatures. Now, one of the key scenes that they show early on in the first siege is that they drag their dead off. They always bring their dead back with them. So they've never been able to collect a body to study for it. Well, one of the scouts attacked these guys, these Europeans. Well, just calling Matt Damon a European is a little questionable, but
see,
but he was playing a European character, and so it was. Because America wasn't around back in the 900s,
Like I said, you're playing towards a Chinese audience, so everything is,
but
European. Everything's European,
right? But
damn Gaigans. I think it's Japanese.
That's Japanese.
So the Gaijin?
Yeah. Is that the Gaijin? Not Gaigan?
It's Gaijin.
Oh, it's Gaijin. Oh, my bad. And
I'm talking the second G. If I'm correct.
I don't know. I barely know English, let alone some other language. No, if I know correctly, that means like foreigner.
Yeah. Fucking foreigners. Anyways.
Told you we're going to love this episode.
I know.
I already love it. But one of the big things, so he cut, one of these scouts attacks their camp before they make it to the wall. He manages to cut an arm off of it and sends it cascading down into a cliffside. So now they've got a piece of it. They got a part of it. That these guys at the Great Wall that have been fighting these things that show up every 60 years and have been for the past, I think it was 2,000 years. 20 centuries. And so they finally got a piece of it to study and figure out how these things work and what makes them tick and everything else. But the big key takeaway is that they do a very good job of not like whitewashing or white savior plotting the movie. Matt Damon and Pedro Pascal come in and they are badasses in their own right. They are mercenaries and everything, but like one of the bad guys is Willem Dafoe. He's going around backstabbing and betraying everybody. He was also there, had been there for 25 years. He was part of a mercenary gang that had come out previously to try to get black powder, and he got caught and kept there because anybody who knows the secret of the Great Wall can never leave. Matt Damon, Pedro Pascal, they come in, they're very skilled, very talented warriors and everything, and they're fighting alongside of, but they don't use their tactics. They don't flaunt their superiority and their ways and means in order to save the day. They're using the Chinese defenders of the wall's tactics in order to follow through and protect and save the day.
Yeah.
They're using their technology, their black powder, their fighting techniques and everything else, learning their ways. And yeah, so I thought that was really well done. And, as a,
I thought it was
an avid movie watcher and a big fan of popcorn flicks. Legendary films, man. Every one of them I've seen. I've not seen a bad legendary film. I mean, I haven't seen one that I haven't liked. I enjoy them. They're not good, but I enjoy them.
It reminds me of, and that's another good one to watch, Live, Die, Repeat. Is that the one with...
Day After Tomorrow was the one with the cataclysmic weather.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I misspoke there. It's kind of similar. There's an alien caste system. The aliens are attacking Earth, quote unquote, the wall, which is on Earth.
Well, what I loved about Live, Die, and Repeat was the simple fact that Tom Cruise died a lot of times.
Yeah, but that's another one good one we should watch too.
Sometimes he died, you hear this off-color scream.
I know there was the one where he rode under. I just seen that recently. It was he rode under the car. And it hit him, and he did like the and the sergeant's like, what in the gods? What were you doing? What was he thinking?
Oh yeah. Bill Paxton, rest in peace. That guy.
Mm-hmm.
Lady's trying to be a part of the podcast.
Yeah, is it?
I know. I felt bad. She just was over there like,
close out.
What do I do, Mom? what do I do?
That toy the whole time, and she comes out and starts squeaking it, thrashing it around.
Yeah, Sergeant Hill, you from America? No, sir. From Kentucky.
But so we just watched Predator Badlands.
Mm-hmm. It was so good.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, so we finally got a watch party in here. The second one since we sat down and watched the Dune movies. So hopefully this review episode goes better than the first one.
I wasn't there for that one, so this is my first one.
Well, and nobody in the audience ever heard that episode because that one never saw the light of day again.
Oh, there's a few episodes that I had my one where I told my experiences. That one's never seen the light of day.
True.
Yeah. That one though was wild.
That was put into the vault.
That was wild. Yeah, that was one of the ones. Yeah.
That we find out it wasn't even the whole story. It was only part of.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah,
it was the epilogue.
The funniest part was like, so we're gonna wrap it up, and I'm like, I'm not even like halfway done, and you were like, oh Jesus.
But so
it's a vaulted one.
That's all right though. But so the first time we tried to do a movie review, we sat down, we watched Dune Part 1 and Part 2 back to back, me and Big Smoke, and we sat down to watch it. And this was a practice run of the recording equipment. This was before even episode 1 of the podcast started. And we're like, all right, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna review this movie. But first, what is this podcast? Well, it's a couple of nerdy guys sitting down watching movies and talking about the movies. And it's all right. So what is our nerd credentials? And then we started to talk about Star Wars. Like, comment, subscribe.
like, comment, and subscribe.
That's a common denominator, though. I will say we have not done that in a while. We've really kind of backed off that, but it's coming back.
Yeah, we need to. I mean, we almost need to find something else to start. We'll make a hot list of buzzwords.
Yeah, buzzwords. Yeah.
Anytime somebody brings up a relationship, like, comment, subscribe. Anytime somebody brings up their ex-wife, or like, comment, subscribe.
Hey! I've been really good about that.
You have been, except for those 2 episodes back to back.
Mine would most likely be bringing up Lady.
I'm on a 2 episode streak.
Anytime Lady squeaks her squeaker toy.
I was just about to say that. That's gonna be a
like, comment, subscribe. And, hit that little bell notification symbol.
I do find it funny that she has not squeaked that. She messed with it a little bit, but she has not squeaked that, and that's all she's doing. She's just she wants to be in it.
She's trying to be a part of it.
Mic her up.
She's a good girl.
So
she's a wonderful.
But so we were supposed to talk about the Dune movies, and we ended up talking about Star Wars. And we recorded for about 2.5 hours, and with the intention of editing it down. And in that 2.5 hours, we talked about both Dune movies, both excellent movies, for about 40 minutes. And we spent the other hour and 45 minutes talking about Star Wars.
Yep. We ruined that one.
Yeah, so we were like, maybe movie reviews isn't really the thing.
Yeah. We go way off on a tangent.
I think we're gonna do good on this.
But we're gonna try. So this time we watched one movie. We watched Predator Badlands. Now we we've shown in multiple previous episodes that we're all avid fans of Predator and Alien series, and I've seen all the movies now at this point except for The Predator. I still have not seen that one yet.
Is that the one with the cop in the city?
No, that's
a bunch of mercenaries.
Predator 2.
Oh, that's such a good one. Oh,
The Predator is the one where the Yautja is hunting the bigger Predator.
Yeah, and the people that are all there are predators in a way. They're like the top killers in some sort of way or manner in that.
Which more like misfits mercenaries is what they were.
kind of.
Well, that was Predators, I thought.
Yeah.
No. They were all...
Okay, stop. Predators with the S on the end was where they got basically parachute dumped on this wildlife preserve.
Lawrence Fishburne.
That's the one you've not seen?
I've seen that one.
I've
seen that one a couple times. All right, this is turning into a mess very quickly.
Yeah, okay.
So, all right, we watched Predator Badlands.
For the third time.
Well, you've seen it for the third time. Did you rent it both times? You paid for it both times? Or you rented it once and you got it for 24 hours? I rented it once
and then I could watch it again. Within a 24-hour period, you can keep watching it.
I got you. Okay.
Gives you a time scale.
All right, Predator Badlands. What was your guys' initial thought?
I thought it was great.
You thought it was great?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I've always leaned towards Predator over Alien, so...
Okay. All right. Big Smoke, you're a Yautja expert.
I'm a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10, really?
6 out of 10. Look, there were too many times when the guy, he should have died. He should have died. I mean, for no reason at all, he was saved on at least 3 different occasions. No reason at all he should have survived the encounter. They just saved him.
Well, I mean, at that point, he might as well not have survived the prologue.
like I said, he shouldn't have survived. He should have been dead.
Wasn't that the whole point, though? Like, he was considered the runt. You know, his father wanted him dead. Probably was supposed to kill him.
When you put him up side by side against all the other Yautja, he was
badass.
He was like a foot shorter than everybody there.
Still, though, I mean, you saw him in the movie. He was badass.
Okay, so the first 10, 15 minutes, getting his ass whooped by his older brother. Okay, he's younger. Okay, then Dad comes in, traps him, tells older brother, "Hey, you need to kill this motherfucker." And big brother, going totally un-Yautja-like, has feelings for the younger brother and goes up against the big bad, loses spectacularly. Sends baby brother, who couldn't win a single fight, off into the worst planet where all the predators are like, yeah, we're not going there, you're gonna die. So they sent his young ass there.
It's like an underdog story.
Wait a minute. He chose to go to Genna. He chose. His brother, before any of that fighting was going on, his brother was showing him the catalog of planets and prey to chase
go back.
Yeah,
I will say it was a really strong start. It was a really strong start.
Strong start?
Because I didn't think the brother was going to die. I thought, how stupid of me to think that a predator was going to see any reason in their logic and not forfeit that. I thought that the brother was going to be like, Dad, give him a chance. But he, as he said,
yeah, you should have killed him in his sleep.
What he say? He was like, weakness should be like snuffed out.
It should be cold.
And then pity upon weakness is the same as weakness. So then he killed his brother because he pitied his brother that is weak. You know what I mean? And I was like, that makes sense.
Just cut his head.
I was like, okay, that makes sense. But I swore that wasn't going to happen. I thought he was going to be like, give him a chance, and he was going to be like, well, your life's on the line. We'll see. But no, he killed his son.
No, look, he killed him like a punk. And this dude came out of his balls. He killed. Like, I made you. I'm gonna make another one.
You're not gonna bring weakness to this family. Let me get out the belt.
You were the weak sperm. I'm getting rid of you.
I am kind of disappointed we didn't get to see Mother come off that ship like a
they got that for a sequel.
What do they say? A striped ass ape coming out of there mean as fuck.
That's definitely a premise for the part 2.
Yeah, so he didn't die the first. He didn't die there. He gets on the planet. The first thing he runs into, he got a warning. Hey, don't go in there. It's going to stun you, and it's going to eat you while you can't move. What does he do? He walks his ass in the middle of there.
Well, he was kind of already in the middle of it. He was sneaking his way through.
Reverse is good. You know?
Well, he's got to prove that he's strong and tough, and
okay, strong but idiot got him in the position he was in.
Well, I mean, to be fair, when was that ever not the case with Yautja?
Nah, they're clever. They're hunters, so they figure out the weakness and then they go about doing business.
But that was his first hunt.
Yeah, he was inexperienced.
He didn't know what he was doing.
Had to learn the hard way.
Unblooded.
He should have died. Okay. He gets saved by a chick with no legs.
Well, okay. All right. So real quick, just to jump to his defense. His name is Deck, right? So I'm going to step in here for Deck. I'm going to be advocate here.
Okay. Go ahead. All right. Defense.
So again, unblooded. He has not been out on a hunt. Has not been trained, right? And similar to what we discussed while we were watching the movie, typically what they do is they go out with an older sibling or a parent or whatever, so a mentor, a guide.
Yeah.
On their first hunt. They need a witness and, somebody to collect the body and the technology if they die, But he didn't have that because his brother got killed before he got to go on the hunt. All right, so what I would like to see, I mean, you said you've read a lot of the comics, a lot of the books and everything, so you know what a first hunt typically looks like.
Right.
So you tell us what a typical Yautja first hunt looks like.
Okay, before we get to that part, we got to back up at least a couple of years because even as a young predator, there's usually about 8 to 10 of them. And they're all, wrestling, punching, kicking, doing all kinds of young predator stuff. And you usually got some older brother or something, and they're teaching you how to do whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
So by the time you actually put some of that armor on, and they don't give them much armor, they give them usually just a staff and some wrist blades, and they're like, hey, go kill that thing. Okay? They usually got older, siblings telling them how to do it.
Yeah.
So by the time they even get to that point, they know how to hunt. They know how to track. They know how to do all the beginner stuff.
Okay, well, which Deck demonstrated.
So when you go and, just like when a regular predator says, hey, look, don't touch that, it's hot. Well, fugazi on you if you touch it and you burn yourself. Okay? The older brother gets killed. So when he goes running headlong into danger.
Well, his brother kind of threw him that way.
Well, he wanted to go that way, and his brother was like last dying commitment to him. I mean, he was going to die anyway. Dude sitting there holding his arm. He's going to die anyway. Hey, go do you, baby. Because you're going to die if you stay here. He gets there. He runs into this chick who miraculously can speak his language. Tells him straight up, don't go in there. That thing flying above you is waiting for you to get there so it can throw shit at you and eat you while you can't move. What does he do? He walks his dumb ass in there.
Again, he walked in there before she said something.
Yeah, he was already in there. He was in the middle of it.
Okay. We're not going to agree on that. Next one. Next one. Big old giant buffalo. Yeah. Bigger than 6 buffaloes.
Bone-bison,
Yeah, sitting out there in the middle of this whatever,
Shard
razor wire or kind of grass.
Razor grass,
yeah. He about to run in there. She's like, hey, you don't want to go in there. Right. He was trying to go in there anyway.
Yeah.
Until it was like, oh shit, this stuff pokes me. And she's like, yeah, don't go in there. It's going to poke you. So another creature, for no reason at all, decides like, hey dude, what are you doing? And it goes running in there, messing with the big giant buffalo. He's like, okay, this is a competition. I'm going to go mess with the big buffalo too. So they're chasing the big buffalo. She warns him again. Hey, watch it in these trees. Big bad, what was it? Luna bug is going to get you.
A Luna moth, yeah.
Yeah. Ixnay on the warning way. I'm going to keep going. Gets caught by said bug. No way of getting out of it. He's about to get chewed up. She's about to get chewed up. Little creature who was in competition with him before decides to jump in and save them.
Yeah.
Should have died. Should have died.
Well, I mean, so the little creature, we find out that one of its natural prey is the bone-bison. So that's why it thought it was playing a game with another young creature like itself, because we find out that this thing is a child. And so, it similar to how Yautja children are, they compete with each other. They play games and they would, hunt food and stuff like that. So that's what this creature was doing, right? And as far as saving it from the Lunamoth, well, Deck had stepped in and saved it from getting trampled by the bone-bison because it was charging at them, and he cuts it in half, all badass, rips the fucking skull and spine out with it, and saves the child. So then the child, in turn, saves them. That's just fair play.
Don't bite, but okay. We're not going to agree on it. We're not going to agree.
But all right, so you asked me earlier what I...
out of 10.
Out of 10. I would say an 8. I liked
really?
it, yeah.
Okay.
I liked it a lot. It was, to me, it was just a different take, compared to all the other movies that I've seen. I haven't seen all of them, but it was an interesting take on this one, like showing emotion, which they normally don't show, him protecting other creatures from other planets that they do not do.
Him being stupid.
And I agree to disagree. But yeah, no, he did do a lot of stupid things. I will say that. But I mean, he was young. They're very stubborn. They don't take commands, or like he kept calling what was her name, Tessa?
Tool.
Yeah, he kept calling her. Yeah, thank you. He just sees her as a tool. He doesn't see her as a person or someone with feelings or someone that could help him out. In serious situations. Like he's thinking, I'm going to do this on my own. I don't need your help. And he had to learn the hard way. That's why he almost died so many times. So that's my take on it.
Now, they do kind of really embellish on the whole concept of one, a kind of found family dynamic in this, and it was an interesting way of justifying, right? Because it was her idea to convince the Yautja, because you find out later that these particular synths, which is what she is, she's a synthetic being, as they prefer to be called, that was sent to this planet by Weyland-Yutani as part of a bioweapons division to capture this thing that Deck was trying to hunt.
They love their bioweapons.
They do love their bioweapons. But so they were trying to use emotion and feelings to be able to empathize with the creatures and understand them in order to basically hunt them better, and in order to collect them better. And so Thea was supposed to be not a field agent synthetic. She was a lab synthetic. She was a scientist, essentially. She was supposed to be the one that's like ingratiating with the creatures and such. And her sister, quote unquote, Tessa was the one who was going out in the field and collecting the specimens. And Tessa ended up getting really messed up way more than Thea did. Thea at least technically survived. Tessa gets recovered by Weyland-Yutani. They still have a presence on the planet and everything. She gets recovered, she gets plugged in and fixed up, and her memories get scanned and everything else, and basically told, hey, you're still active, you still got a job to do, get out there and get after it. But so Thea, though, it kind of alludes at the first that she's at the very least using that emotional manipulation with the Yautja, with Deck, in order to help further her own goals to survive and get back to Tessa. And so she plays on the notion that, all right, you want to hunt alone, I get that. So you're not hunting, I'm not hunting with you, I'm not a partner or anything. I'm a tool to be used because I'm a synthetic being. So she plays the word game and manipulates Deck. And Deck, he kind of sees that that's what she's doing because he has that look on his face, which, again, very expressive Yautja. That's a whole new territory.
No mask on the entire time.
Yeah, but so he's like, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, all right, you're a tool. I can use you like a tool. That is what you are. You are a tool. Mm-hmm. And so they end up working well together. Eventually, there's all that quirky, bonding dynamic of like, oh, she's talking too much while he's trying to be stealthy, and she's trying to give him hints and like tips, like you said with the Lunamoth, plenty of warning, but then he didn't listen, but then he starts to realize, oh, well, if I listen, then I'm going to get as messed up by these creatures on this planet.
Was it Lunamoth or Lunabug?
It was Lunabug.
It was Lunabug. Yeah, that's what I thought.
It don't matter. She tried to get more. He didn't listen, and somebody broke her tooth trying to eat him. Hey, that's the way it worked. What I did like about it is that when he had finally like broken weapons, lost weapons, And then finally, when he gets captured, they stole the rest of his weapons.
Yeah, stole all his gear, no tech, nothing Yautja.
He had to go freaking Indian native in order to. I mean, he's all making, wrist blades out of freaking razor grass.
He's making pipe bombs out of explosive bugs.
He's making pipe bombs out of bugs. He makes a freaking shoulder launcher out of one of the freaking snakes.
That has spitting
acid.
acid.
Spitting acid and stuff.
Yeah, no, it was awesome.
That got me going when he was like, that first scene when that synth comes walking outside and all of a sudden you just, and all of a sudden his chest melts out. Like, oh hell! Oh shit! He's using that thing as a spit missile. Okay.
To me, there was a lot of heavy influence from the first Avatar movie. I mean, the giant loader that they were using in the spaceport for Weyland-Yutani.
Yeah.
The way that he went, basically native and modified the native wildlife, flora and fauna, but to work like the gear he's familiar with.
Some of the panoramic scenes too, when they were looking down on.
Oh yeah.
There was one on the mountain that looking down into a valley. It was really Pandora.
Yeah. And so
I got Lord of the Rings vibes out of that.
That one scene was so
Lord of the Rings.
Right. Pandora was all bright and
luminous,
all glowy and stuff.
I will say that one scene.
This is like, we're running across the tundra chasing the Urukai.
I was gonna.
That's how I got out of it. Don't mind me.
I was gonna make the joke. Legolas, what is your LFIC?
Theo, what do your Android eyes see?
What is your Android eyes see?
I thought that was fun. Some of the other parts, like the legs were doing more ass kicking than their legs, right? But the legs were around kicking ass. And I'm like, oh god, this is crazy.
I was like, her fighting as two separate pieces of herself, as two separate halves of herself.
I was like, oh god.
I thought that was so well done. Like,
it was badass.
Especially since she's a lab tech, basically, and she's out there whooping the ass of the combat synths.
Yeah, a lot of the combat synths were. It's like, okay, someone need to upgrade their programming.
Yeah, right. Well, if they acted like proper, competent, combat synths, they wouldn't lose.
I mean, they have no regard for their own survival. I mean, they clustered up. It was like 20 of them in one spot. I'm like, oh yeah, this is bad. This is wrong on many levels. No flanking maneuvers. 20 of you coming from one direction,
and he's just sitting there.
Yeah.
It's a trap.
It's all right.
Yeah, with his back to him, not just sitting there forward. He was literally sitting on his knees.
He was Qui-Gon Jinning him.
How did you not know that was a trap?
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah,
he was Qui-Gon Jinning him. Or farming the Force.
Wearing dead people's skin on his. Yeah, dude. I like I said, I enjoyed the fight scenes. The fight scenes where one dude's going through all of these synthetics, and it wasn't gross because there was no red blood. Just a lot of
a lot of white blood and
just a lot of brake fluid flying all over the place. That's all it was, Yeah, some of the decapitations and stuff was kind of like, whoa,
very brutal.
Yeah, it had exploded here. You say. But they kept it well within PG-13. It's like, okay, I'm not grossed out at all with all this death of these things that are not human.
One of the other things I really liked about this one is it showed off a lot more of the Yautja technology. So you had the swords that folded out, the bow that folded out, all using this like crackly red energy that you very rarely see. Because before that, the ones I predominantly remember as far as like energy-based weaponry is just the plasma caster on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And that one in this movie, because his brothers gets recovered and it gets used by Tessa, and it's releasing this like big ass shockwave. It's almost more like a shotgun blast of plasma energy. And I don't know if that's just because of how she was using it, or if that's a modified version of the weapon, but
I'm pretty sure that's the way it was supposed to be used, because she also used the grenades, those freeze grenades,
right,
to terrifying effect. All right, she basically looted that ship. Mm-hmm. She took all the shit out of there.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
what I want to know is how he got that ship off the ground. That sucker hit the ground like a dart. I'm surprised it still flew.
I don't know that he did. I mean, maybe spend some time afterwards fixing it up, because we see at the end that there was definitely some time passing based on how quickly Bud grows.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, Bud was pretty big by the time they reached the planet, wasn't he?
Yeah. So it probably took him a couple of months to
Or
fix
her,
up.
I should say, not him.
Yeah, but so the creature that they're hunting, that both sides are hunting. What was it called?
Callus.
Callus, right? So we find out that this thing is terrifying because it has an armored hide, but the predator blade cuts right through it. Nice hot plasma knife through butter.
Completely regenerative.
But it's completely regenerative. So while Deck's doing a great job fighting this thing when he first encounters it, he slashes it down the soft side on the belly, cuts into his neck, decapitates it.
That saw
then it
blade went
grows
right through
back.
the middle. Remember the saw blade on the loader went right through in the middle of him? Yeah.
Yeah, but so we find out this thing is basically completely regenerative as long as at least a portion of it is intact and alive. But something super effective against it was freezing it. So there was the freezing grenade that Tessa stole from the Yautja ship and used on it and captured it initially. And then, spoilers, later on uses it to freeze it from the inside and blast it with the plasma caster and basically blow it to pieces. And while it's frozen in pieces,
It wasn't coming back.
It wasn't regenerating. But now, Deck can't complete his hunts because he vowed to kill that creature. Couldn't kill that creature because it's already been killed, but he killed the thing that killed it.
Actually, he didn't. Bud did.
I don't know. I mean,
we got it on film. We can watch it over and over. She still had 1 hit point left.
definitely making death saving throws. Pretty sure it's 0 hit points.
I saw her nodding. She wasn't gone yet.
You know what? This is the classic Legolas and Gimli bit. It's like,
this is a classic.
Legolas walks up and
it's dead. Yeah, double tap.
Legolas walks up, shoots the arrow into the orc, and it's like, "Oh, I already killed that one. It's got my my axe buried in it." It's like, "Well, it's still twitching." It's like, because my axe was buried in it. It didn't hit the nervous system. It was still twitching because it was because it had an axe buried in its spine. Yeah,
I say Bud killed him. Jolly. What do you think?
I think Bud killed her.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
That's true.
Like he said, there was
Kitty,
one.
now shush, Kitty. I know you kiss him for a living, but Kitty.
for a living.
Yeah.
No, the final blow, it was Bud. It was Bud that killed her.
Big Smoke wins. Fatality.
I disagree.
We got 3 against 1.
I could be outvoted, and y'all can still be wrong. You know what I mean? Jolly, out of 10, what did you think? So far, we got 8 out of 10, a 6 out of 10.
He's thinking hard.
I'm a 6.5 or 7.
So a 6, 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
The
only problem I had with it, to be honest with you, is it was very lighthearted. There was a lot of jokes, like what was the one where he takes out that dude, and then that dude comes around the corner to kill him, and the thing takes him out, and then grabs his arm and goes like that.
Oh,
with
yeah.
his arm stuff, which a little bit of that's all right, but just with that kind of like
every 5 minutes.
universe, yes, every 5 minutes, but in that universe, I'm going for more of a darker tone. Nothing about it. This is personal opinion on that one. That's the only thing that was wrong with the film, honestly. It was a really good film. Like you said, the technology and how they went more in depth with it. We got to see Yautja Prime for the first time. That's the first time we've ever, got to see that.
Except in...
AVP.
No, we don't see Yautja Prime on AVP.
I don't think any of them we got to see.
Requiem, we did.
Maybe Requiem. I never saw Requiem. That's an AVP movie that I haven't seen.
This one where they attack the alien gets loose in that small town.
Yeah.
But it's the hybrid of the Yautjas, hybrid.
Yeah. No, we do get to see that there.
We get to see Yautja Prime.
I guess it was really good. What we got to see,
I was thinking Killer of Killers.
which
I believe that's Yautja Prime.
That might be Yautja Prime too. Yeah.
From secondhand sources, I knew it was a deserty planet, but that one, we got to see the very beginning. That was a little beetle.
Yeah.
That got stabbed by that scorpion thing, and then that iguana thing ate it. We got to see
scorpion,
we got to see a little bit of animals from it.
Yeah, very
stuff.
aggressive food chain.
Yeah. But the only critique I'd have is just there was a lot of lightheartedness.
So it only gets at best 7 out of 10 from it because it's too lighthearted for a Predator movie.
Yeah,
I loved the humor. I thought the humor.
That's what I said. It's just opinion based. You know what I mean? A lot of people.
Well, your opinion is wrong. No.
That's
why it's an opinion, you know. Yeah, that's the only thing. Honestly, I liked everything about it. You know what I mean? That's not
Okay. Yeah, I would firmly give it at least an 8 out of 10. I'm actually going to push into a 9 out of 10 just because.
Okay.
For one, they didn't go too girl boss with the android, the synth android sisters. I kind of expected them to go that route. You know, I figured it was going to be like, oh, they just straight up save the day, or they're going to do like some kind of, you know, sister bond wins out or whatever, and they didn't do that. They put down the evil sister, you know, and then and even then, you know, yeah, Bud's a female, so I mean, I guess that kind of is a little bit girl bossish, but she's also a monster. So like that's the only fair.
Yeah.
And then Deck redeems himself. He gets that redemption arc. It doesn't just fade to black. It's, you know, he gets off world. He goes and confronts his dad. He challenges him, and he doesn't like do that whole thing of like he almost gets his ass kicked, and then he gets that final quick blow in. No, he mollywomps his dad. And by the time he's come back from that death world jungle planet and confronts his dad, it's no contest.
Yeah.
Even whenever he goes invisible, he's like, all right, I already learned that, figured this tactic out, you know, I'm just going to fucking blast off some dust up in the air and I'm going to see you.
Well, I said it's like an underdog story. You know?
Right. So, and then even the ending, it's like it cuts and does the end scene title splash card for like half a second and then immediately cuts back in. And it's like, oh shit, another ship shows up. Well, who's that? Oh, it's my mother.
She says, is that another friend of yours? And he's like, no. It's my mother. Just this big old fucking ship coming in.
Big ass gunship coming in, yeah. I cannot wait to see what they end up doing with this because I thought that was really fun. Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it was I think it was successful at the box office, right?
Well, time to fact check.
But yeah, the most grating thing would be the android, like you said, making the witty comments every couple minutes. For an android, which, you know, I don't know where it takes place in timeline-wise, as you know, of course, technology is going to be advanced. I'm more of like the Bishop, Rook type, you know what I mean? Where it's more gradient than anything. But maybe she's more of an advanced AI, more of an advanced android. So maybe that's why she's so quirky.
I think she was a specialized model. So
yeah, she did say that.
She was a specialized model.
To like understand
because
creatures better. Yeah.
These synths were like, they had no compulsion about killing. They killed you. You got in their way, you got in the way of the mission. you were dealt with. That's just the way it was. I thought that was the brilliant part of it. I mean, there was no like in the first Alien where Ash was basically, they thought Ash was a regular human being. Until he tried to kill the crew. You know? So that's how that went. The second one, everyone knew except Ripley that he was an android. And the very bad reveal on that one, she wasn't very receptive to that until, you know.
What do you mean a bad review? That was badass. Holding his hand down and doing the 5-finger fillet trick.
Well, she thought he was a human when he was doing that. And
it
didn't get aggressive towards him until
the white blood.
Until the blood started. I was like, whoa.
So I don't know what the initial budget of the movie is, but so far it hasn't finished out what its opening money, because it's still early on. It's still just fresh out of theaters.
How much did it make?
It's saying that it made 184.6 million in its worldwide total so far.
That's not
as of January 23rd.
Considering all the CGI that movie had, that's not a lot.
It did have a decent bit of CGI, but I mean, very few actors. You know, all of the synth men were running around with the same guy. Yeah, and then. But so far as critics concerns, 86% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, Rotten Tomato doesn't matter anymore.
Okay, it's got.
How about this?
Wait.
So their budget was $105 million, making it the most expensive film in the franchise.
Ooh.
Okay, so 150 million. It's only made 184.
No, 105.
Oh, sorry, 105 million to make. It's made 184 million. So it hasn't
flop.
It hasn't technically flopped yet because it's still making. It's still in theaters.
Okay, why don't you ask if Predator Badlands is considered a flop? and see what this.
Because it's still too early. I mean, it was.
No. Just answer the question.
The revenue figures are still coming in.
Just ask the question.
It can't be considered a flop or not yet until the money comes in. It's still making money. You have to wait until after the movie finishes making money. You know
how many weeks has it been out?
I don't know. When did it release?
Ask the question.
You asked the question.
He's trying to get that look.
I'm looking at other stuff right now.
Hand, come on. Look.
Listen, when we run the numbers at the end of the day, then we can calculate what our deposit is going to be. Until then, we don't know.
Okay. Because Big Smoke wants his answer, it does say that, word for word, Predator Badlands is a complex case, achieving the title of the highest grossing film of the 38-year franchise of over 180 million worldwide, yet it is considered a theatrical financial failure. While it surpassed 2004's Aliens vs. Predator, 177.4 million, high production, 105 million, and marketing costs suggest a significant loss for Disney, potentially up to 80 million. As of right now.
Yeah.
And Chief says
that it's still currently making money. It's still counting the revenue coming in. So we got to give it some time.
Keep that faith, baby. Keep that faith.
In the meantime, it's got a 71 out of 100 on Metacritic. It's got an A- from Cinema Score and a 78% definite recommend on Post Track. And I mean, I'm seeing reviews like bold approach, as if James Cameron had made Terminator 2 entirely from the T-800's point of view. Praising its ability to humanize a film in which not a single human features. So I mean, we're getting a lot of overwhelmingly positive reviews as far as it being a good movie.
Yeah, but Big Smoke is about that money. Did it make money?
I think a lot of people are waiting. I mean, because you said it's still in theaters, right?
No, it's not.
It's not in theaters anymore.
No.
So it's just you can get it.
If you look at it on
it.
Fandango, I don't think you'll find Predator Bad.
Oh, I got you. So it's just available to rent and buy right now.
It's in the direct, like streaming now.
Right.
So that means it's not in any movies, which means if you put it up on a big screen in a theater somewhere, no one's going to see it.
It has been out for a little bit now. I remember we was going to do it last week.
Since November 7th.
Ah, okay.
Oh yeah, we're way past that time. This is pretty soon. It's going to go from when I was looking at it was $30. $30 on streaming.
Yeah, but so they're still making the money off of the streaming rentals. They're still making money off of the DVD and Blu-ray sales. They're still making money off of.
Actually, it just said on there that the Blu-ray is not going to be released until February 17th.
Right. So yeah,
that's
scheduled for
now. That's a couple of weeks from now.
Right. So there is still revenue streams to be tracked later.
Okay.
So, all right, we'll circle back when
Okay.
We'll circle back
right now. Let's. Okay. Totally off track, but this movie called Sinners.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I just watched that.
She just watched it for the first time.
That yesterday.
Okay. Great movie, right?
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Okay. That movie made its budget, its marketing, and then a whole lot more inside of a month. That's
Summer slow burn movie.
That's a financial success. If you gotta wait 6 months for you to even break even, well, okay. you did a big giant belly flop.
Okay, but all right.
To here it is. There. See, knife hand. Finally
to put into frame of reference. Yes, I agree that so far it has been a financial failure. A financial failure in regards to how we've discussed before, where it has to make at least twice its initial budget just to cover costs, and then anything after that is production profit. With the case of Sinners, it had a $90 to $100 million budget, and the box office was 368.3 million.
What movie is that?
That's Sinners.
That's Sinners. Okay.
Yeah, so it made 3 times as much as it spent on it. So yeah, that one was a big hit.
Money coming out your pinky toes.
But then look at the cast on that. You had a much higher well-known cast in Sinners compared to a bunch of CGI'd aliens and androids in
Michael B. Jordan, Black Jesus. What can you say, baby? He's winning. He's winning no matter what you do.
I mean, you both went into watch that. Kitty and Big Smoke. You both went into watching that movie in separate occasions, but not knowing that it was a vampire movie.
Yeah, that threw me off completely. Oh my goodness!
I went in that movie so blind.
So did I.
My kids were like, Michael B. Jordan. That's all they kept saying. Michael B. Jordan. We gotta see Michael B. Jordan. What is this freaking movie? It's called Sinners. I'm like, Sinners. All right, well, okay, let's go see it. And right off the bat, like, we're going to church. I'm like, oh man, a church movie, plantation movie, 1932.
Right, game. And you got the.
And then all of a sudden, like, you got flashbacks of people getting cut up, and this ugly looking dude with fangs. You're like, demon movie?
Is that the
okay,
one?
I'm interested.
Right.
Is that the one where they're in the barn and there's like he comes back and he's like, "Can I come in?" And then
that's it.
He's like, Banjo, you've been in here all day and night. Like, why do you need permission now?
Yeah.
And they're like, hold on. Yeah, no. And okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that
it threw me for a loop.
Yeah, when Homeboy jumped, like when Homeboy's running from the freaking sun and he's smoking, I'm like, okay, this is weird. And then, like, you got this couple inside the house. They're clan. You know?
Yep.
I'm like, okay, this is even more interesting. Turns out he's a vampire. He's already eaten one of them. I'm like, oh, damn. Yeah, the movie just started ramping up after that.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It just went way.
It went like
full
360.
throttle.
Yeah.
It
looks like a really good movie.
It blindsides you.
Excellent movie. And that movie made its money and then some in a relatively short time.
Yes.
Okay, this one
Not only was it a good movie, but they also made money.
Yeah.
See, and that's what's sad about this movie, Predator Badlands, is that, to me, it's a really good movie, but they spent so much money on it, they're not going to be able to financially get,
If
they're not going to come
money,
up.
They're only going to make $10 over.
Right, it's not going to be much.
Somebody's not going to get paid.
Right.
So I like the movie. I just don't think it's all that. I gave it a 6 because I just don't like stupid armor. I don't like plot armor. I mean, like I said, it was great It was a great popcorn movie. I ate all the popcorn. I'm like, ooh, laser
fight
beams.
scenes, you were, oh man, oh yeah.
Oh shoot, ooh, he took it in the face. Ooh, in the face. That was a cool, backhanded throw. One throw of this blade of his, and he cut an entire. It looked like a 10-ton rhinoceros. He cut this sucker in half.
Yeah, while it was spinning.
While it was still running, it was getting cut in half. And it was still running when he pushed it to 2 different paces. Epic moment. Epic.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Not that great of a movie. I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, I can enjoy it and not think it's a great movie.
That's true. We literally started off with saying that.
Yeah.
Like I said with the Great Wall, it's not a good movie, but it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
A lot of really cool action scenes, a lot of flashy performances, and I thought the choreography for this one was phenomenal. The fight scene choreography, how yes, combat synths should have had better tactics, but just the way that they were going through and stealthing through the facility, it felt like going through and playing the old Predator games, like Predator Concrete Jungle especially. That was one of my favorite ones back on the old PlayStation 2 days.
Hunting down stuff that just too stupid to get out of the way. Yeah, I thought that was funny. Okay, and I actually liked the comedic effect of Bud. Bud was tearing stuff off people and was waving arms.
Yeah,
and
just having
legs.
fun with it.
He was like, "Hey, dude, look what I got." I mean, just tearing up stuff. I got a kick out of it. I got a real good kick out of it. I mean, that combat synth he died more than anything else on the movie. It just died. Everybody, he had to kill something. There's a whole bunch of stuff to be killed. And it didn't look like you were killing it because all the blood was white.
Yeah.
I thought that was a genius effect.
Right.
That's how you get a PG-13 rating. Where you just like none of the blood splashing on everybody. Yeah. I mean, no one flinched when you see the blood. You're like, oh, he's dead. Okay. He's dead.
Right.
Well, and because of that, they're going to be able to bypass some of the foreign film.
Yeah.
It's going to be put into a lot of countries that just don't allow that whatsoever.
Right.
I forget which ones there are.
What was it? Was it China that they could not show blood on screen anymore? It had to be some other color than red.
There's a couple strange ones too that do that.
Yeah.
And no, like you said, I like some of the comedic stuff. I feel like they may have put it on too thick. some parts.
All right, I see where you're coming from. It definitely had like you said, a much more lighthearted, jaunt essentially. But I mean, for me, we talked about it before, where they've been so pessimistic and so downtrodden with so many of the movies nowadays. To have something where the hero, especially the underdog hero, is able to go in and not have a forced sad ending, to be able to be triumphant, to learn the lessons.
Yeah, that's my opinion. I will not take it and let it dampen my opinion of the movie, just because you're right. That is absolutely right. All of them have been these gritty, dark, whatchamacallits, and it's nice to have something new in there that's a little bit upbeat. You know what I mean? That is true. So because all of them have been. You know what I mean? So
for having a monster movie that was from the perspective of the monster, I thought it did a phenomenal job. And like I said, Deck learns the lessons. You hunt better with your group or your pack rather than alone.
Your clan, your clan. At the very end, his father was saying, before he killed him, he's saying, he gets him, he goes there and it's no nonsense, like you said, it's no nonsense, and he doesn't have to barely even fight his dad, and he gets him trapped, and then his dad's like, oh, I was wrong. Like, you get in there, you can be a part of the clan now. And he decapitates him, right?
Well, no. Bud comes up and just bites his head off.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because Bud's
He's like, I have my own clan now.
Right. So, yeah, and that's when he says, I have my own clan now. Yeah.
Yeah, and like an Avengers mashup, you got Bud stepping up in, and then...
I wonder now, because like in one of the comic books, they have like a woman that...
Is that a human hunter that joins with the outro?
I wonder if they're going to do Bud and armor him up. I know he's going to turn into like a bigger thing, but I wonder if they're going to like put some armor on him and be like...
Oh, bro, something that size with a Predator mask
on. Oh, that'd be cool. Predator techniques and stuff, yeah. You missed what I said. Like the comic book Predators, where they kind of like... what would be the right term for that? They abduct a human into the Predator lifestyle and give her armor and stuff. And pretty much... Well... she was saying Bud bit his head off. So wouldn't that be cool if they was like, you're a good warrior, Bud.
Yeah, Bud gets blooded.
Bud gets blooded, and they put him in like armor. I know it's gonna be huge, but like they armor him up.
Little clan symbol etched
gets
in
a big ass cannon, not just one of them little ones, but like a big one for when he's huge. A cannon on his shoulder.
I wish they would make that. That would make those. That might be those. That's like 3 or 4 books with that character. Machuki or whatever.
Yeah, Chuki is exactly her name.
Yeah. Yep. So I mean,
with Killer Killers being really successful, they may do more stuff on Hulu or in order to continue
they should have done
the deeper lore franchise.
If you did that movie, as many people has read that book, or I should say, a couple of books. If you read all those books, she becomes extremely badass. Well, she becomes a better predator than the predators who adopted her. To where she had to kill them to escape because they decided to hunt humans and tried to basically out her, keep her under wraps. And she's like, nah, screw that. You're going to hunt humans? I'm going to hunt all of you. And she kills 90% of them to the point where she becomes not even persona non grata. You need to kill this chick on sight.
Yautja's most wanted.
Yeah. And they saw her there. Oh, there she is. And they tried to kill her again. And
did she survive up to?
She survived. She not only survives, she kills so many of them that they just leave her alone. And she ends up going back to the humans, of course, and getting the boyfriend finally. And that was the last book I read.
Okay, because I was thinking maybe that's what they'll do with Killer Killers, because at the end of that one they get away, or start to get away at least, and then all the other Yautjas are like, all right, now we got a hunt going, and they chase after. Maybe those 3 humans will meet up with her, and she'll teach them the ways of hunting Yautja. And
yeah, Prey. Y'all seen Prey, right?
Yeah,
you've seen Prey. Have you seen Prey?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Indian, right?
Yeah, Indian squaw turned vigilante, But look, she basically survived on luck. Look, if he wasn't in the bog, tied down,
fucked up by a bear.
Right.
If he wasn't, and she didn't have his helmet pointing at him with his own little spikes, that she convinces him to shoot at himself, she wouldn't have made it out of there alive. Because he killed every last one of the warriors. including the brother. Killed every last one of them.
Well, I mean, when you really look back at all the other Predator movies, it is a significant amount of luck involved with surviving a Predator attack. I mean, even going back to the very first one, you know, if that Predator didn't, you know, fuck around and keep just wanting to throw Arnold Schwarzenegger through some trees and shit, you know, and just keep bashing him around and batting him around like a cat with a mouse, he probably wouldn't have lost.
Well, see, that was the funny thing about that, right? Because it was all about preparation. He had traps all over the freaking place. Now, don't get me wrong. It was fun seeing Arnold get his ass whooped. He was getting his ass whooped to the point where he looked back and was like, fuck it. He starts crawling away. He's running.
Yeah, Arnold's scared is always
when
such a
Arnold's
look.
when Arnold's running away, that was hilarious. When I saw it in the movie theaters, people were cracking up. Like, oh shit, Arnold usually gets, you know, the better. That one time he's crawling over the rock. And he reaches back and gave him the best, you know, big arm muscle smacker. Wham! And it was like, you know, the Predator starts like, oh, man, I think you loosened a tooth. And it was like, wham! He smacks Arnold to the and then smacks him again. And Arnold's like, fuck it, back to running. You know, so he had a plan. Yeah. He had a plan. He set him in his trap, and they're like, he was like, come on, come get me. What are you waiting for? Come here. And then Predator's like, oh no, it's a trap.
Yeah. I recognize a snare.
I understand that. I've seen Star Wars. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment,
I'm going around.
That was such a good movie.
And he still got him.
Star Wars too, but I'm talking about like the first.
Yeah, the first one. I mean,
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
You're one ugly.
Yeah, you're one ugly son of a bitch.
He beat him up. He outclassed him. So I can understand that. She got lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, the second Predator.
Danny Glover.
Yeah. The old man, I'm sorry. He shouldn't have won in a one-on-one fight. Even the Predator being one arm. He shouldn't have won that fight. He should have got his ass. His old handed that. He should have got it handed to him. He wins. Well, hey, was he in one of those cry things?
I'd have to look back and see. Who
I don't think he was.
The frauds, but I don't think so.
It would have made sense if he was in one of those things too.
Well, I mean, so you have to remember too that Predator 2 takes place a significant bit into the future. Yeah, I want to say it was like a good 100 years after the.
Well, Killers. I mean, we're talking.
Well, yeah, they were taken out of time.
Yeah, I mean, Killers. I mean, she was in cryo for at least a couple of 100 years. Yeah. Same way with the samurai.
Yeah,
they were in deep freeze for a. You gotta imagine the technology to put someone on ice,
keep them alive.
Keep them alive for a couple 100 years, and then have them have a battle royale. That's other shit. But I'm like, Jesus Christ. I mean, give me that tech. I mean, I want to see the year 4000. I want to see what happens.
Right.
Yeah. But
God, all right. That just reminded me of there was a cartoon, Sherlock Holmes. Like, he was in the year 3000, and they had put Sherlock Holmes on ice, and he gets thawed out, and Watson's still kind of alive. I can't remember if it was actually Watson, because it's just his head on this big ass like robot cyborg body. But I can't remember if it was actually him or if it was like a clone with a copy of his personality put into it or something.
Is this a movie or a TV series?
It was a TV series. It was a cartoon. It was like a Saturday morning Disney XD type cartoon.
I've never seen this.
Oh, it's phenomenal. And so he's solving crimes with his brilliant deductive reasoning skills, but in the future, very anachronistically. You know, it's still Sherlock Holmes from the 1800s or early 1900s or whatever, but he's thrust into the year 3000. There's flying cars all over, skyscraping mega cities, and let's see.
I don't think they're going to make another Predator Badlands. I don't think they're going to make another movie because it didn't make any money.
Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd Century. That's the name of the series.
I gotta look that up.
I've never heard of that one.
I never heard of it.
Me neither.
It's only got 2 seasons, 26 episodes. Came out back in May 1999.
All right.
And ran through July 2001.
Cool. Come back to the light. Come back to the light. We're talking about Predator Badlands.
So Predator Badlands.
All right, so...
What? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, what was everyone's favorite part of this movie? If you had to pick one part out of this whole movie, what would it be?
When he came to the synthetic camp and he was taking on 2 or 3 synths and he's cutting them down with those little razor razor grass, switchblades of his, and he's cutting cats down when he's like just in the moment.
Right.
I thought that was because he finally got out of his own way.
All right.
Jelly, what do you think?
It is a toss between two scenes. When he's kind of going through his arsenal, and looking at his different weapons and stuff and seeing like all the new tech and stuff and all the new things and kind of going into the depth about the different weapons that the Yautja use.
Talking about in the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, where he has the bow, which you only get to see it one shot and then it's gone forever. Like you would have been,
The tree,
I just realized that. The tree took it. And his book bag. I wonder what else was in the book bag or if it was empty at that point. Yeah, whatever the hell that was.
He was like just his, like the...
His little wrist blade.
Or whatever
His little switchblade.
Yeah,
And they took that
They
from
took
him.
everything else. Yeah.
Well, I think it was a lot of like the little green light campfire thing that he tossed out there. I think that was his actual like survival kit. I think that would have been like emergency rations, flares, and
Made it
such.
from his own
Medical
blood.
supplies.
That was cool.
Little medical supplies where the one in the Predator 2 where he like breaks the crystals and puts it on his wounds and stuff, and
Seals
does all
himself up.
seals himself up. So maybe it was a bunch of that stuff. But yeah, the bow. It was either that part or seeing more of Yautja Prime, like the animals. I'm a big the lore behind the movie and stuff. I'm a big on that. So when things get flushed out that we don't hear or know about, you know what I mean? I love that. It just makes the universe more rich and stuff. So. Yeah, I can't. One of the two. The weapon scene or the one where the beetle gets eaten by the scorpion. The scorpion gets eaten by the lizard.
I think for me, it was definitely the scene of him taking down that bone-bison and throwing the sword and cutting it in half, buzzsaw blade style. Because I mean, that was pure Yautja moment. He's relishing in the blood spraying on him.
Doesn't
and
he have
everything.
his spine? He
catches the skull that's been cut in half, and so it's the two halves of the skull and its spine split in half. And he catches it.
Spine,
it's that classic, Yautja cutting up the spine with the arm blades and pulling the skull out, hooking it.
Well, he was starving too, so when he cut it in half, he had those pieces. Like, I can find
he did cook it. Yeah, he did cook it after that night.
Are you finished? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go with more of one of the humorous parts, only because I like the fact that he shows like his first emotions during this part, but it's when Bud, and I think this is what confuses me every time I say Bud, it sounds like a boy's name, so I keep forgetting it's a her.
It's a her, yeah.
Yeah. So it's when she's mimicking him during that night scene, like when he, they're cooking up that bison, and and she spits on him.
If I had to pick a lighthearted scene, that would be the one I would have picked about.
He's like trying to make his little area, and she's just literally mimicking every single thing that he's doing, and down to the very end, to where he's like, "Oh, you can't do this," and then pulls out his, what is that called?
The plasma sword.
The plasma sword.
Blade,
and he's kind of looking at her like, yeah, you can't do this. And then she just pulls up a little stick and it has a flame on the end. And he's just like, damn it,
Well played.
Yeah, so that was like, for me, that was like the first really like emotion he showed, like towards another creature, alien, whatever it is. So I really like that part.
The spitting part was really funny. He
did
that.
Right.
He was like,
spit on him.
That was a lot.
And there was a reason for that.
Yeah, and then whenever he spits
that's
on
what I was
her
gonna
back,
say too. Yeah, I like that.
that was a lot of spit
he's like,
too.
he's like, I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. Dude, and that was a lot of spit too. Like he really spit. Yeah.
So the reason she does that is because she
marks him.
Marks you as puts a scent on you.
Scent
rubbing up on your leg.
Exactly.
I thought that was funny.
That one,
Bud adopted him.
That one, or where he falls on him on his chest during like the end battle, and Bud smiles at him. And the Predator does, but you barely make it out that it was a smile. You had to really squint at it, but he smiles back at him. And I was like,
smiling.
No. It looks like he's in a perpetual smile sometimes, but not really. But yeah, no, I thought that was another good lighthearted moment where I'm like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? He's getting it.
I think the only thing that keeps the movie from being a solid 10 out of 10 for me is just the heavy CGI usage. I mean, I'm so used to Predators being practical effects. It's masks. It's a little bit of CGI work for some of the more action-oriented scenes. Like Jolly, you pointed out while we were watching it that it was a lot of movement, a lot of jumping and flipping around with some of the fight scenes and stuff. And as we discussed since then, that is really how Yautja moved.
Yeah.
But cutting back on the CGI probably would have saved a lot of the budget work, and I think that it would have, at the same time, suffered a bit because we wouldn't have gotten as expressive of a Yautja. You know, for the first time we see them smiling or frowning or squinting skepticism, and there's a lot of facial expression, a lot of reading.
We said this 2 episodes ago when we were talking about movies and stuff, and we were like, "What's the butter zone between practical effects and CGI?" And I'm a original Jurassic Park. You have to couple. You have to know when to, as a director or as in someone that's helping the director, you have to know when it's a time for practical and you have to know when it's a time for CGI. Them scenes where you're back panning and you're looking at this huge wide skyscraper. There was no skyscrapers in that movie, but that's when you do the CGI. But when you're like in Faye, like you said, he looked like a chiseled Chad, some of the ways he looked. And it was just like, I was waiting for him to go like, you know what I mean? And it was so smooth.
I mean, because his dad has a beard. I didn't know that Yautja could grow facial hair.
Right.
Well, okay.
And then...
Okay. Here's the lore. That's not hair.
Okay.
Those are sensory organs.
Like whiskers, basically?
Like tentacle awareness of your surroundings.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's why Dex
like catfish whiskers.
Exactly. Dex should not have been having his little whiskers tied up. They're supposed to be down. Mm-hmm. That's why it's like next to impossible to sneak up on them.
And when they have their spikes like that, if I'm correct, not to interrupt you, that means they're pretty old.
Well, when they're white like that, that means
when they're white,
very ancient.
I knew there was some type of variation where it's either they're white or when they have a lot of them, it means they're very old.
Dad was considered an elder. He's ancient. He's old.
Yeah, patriarchal leader of his clan.
Which is kind of funny that his clan was so freaking small. Okay, because when you get to be that old, you don't just have 10 kids. You got hundreds of kids.
Well, I mean, he's over here killing them all off.
Yeah,
true.
Dad obviously had a type of kid he would not tolerate. Obviously, I mean, so him wanting to kill Deck, that wasn't probably unheard of. I mean, he was probably small.
An outlier
he was short.
Group, though.
Okay,
right.
To say he was deficient, they weren't like exaggerating. Yeah. He had to overcome a lot of stuff, like maybe 2 feet of height.
Yeah, because he was almost as short as the android.
Yeah, he was almost the size of a regular human being.
That means they called him Runt.
Yeah, that brings it back to, like I said, I was like, that brother's gonna be okay. He'll be back and he'll show him. You know what I mean? The brother will still be there. And no, he killed him, and I was like, well, that's fucked up. But then I'm like, well, that's, I don't know. Our society, we're so used to being like, well, that's not normal to me, but that's okay. In a predator society, that's like it's law. Well, if you don't follow them decrees, you're a bad blood.
Yeah,
you're kicked out from
like
society. Yeah, you're kicked out from society, and you have
that's another thing. When you get kicked out of your clan, you're just a wanderer.
Yeah,
and you get to go out with the other wanderers, and they don't.
They don't fuck with each other either.
They don't follow the rules with anybody.
Yeah,
and they get hunted down by other Yautja. That's the.
And like a rabbit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
Well, and some of them do get the option for redemption, because that was the premise for the video game Predator: Concrete Jungle, is that you go to Earth and you're trying to take out some like futuristic mafia don or something like that, and you get injured, and they end up stealing a bunch of the technology and stuff, and so you fail your hunt, and then he gets hauled off to this like prison world basically, but it's it's a death world.
I've never played it. Yeah.
It's like this desert world full of these massive scorpion beast looking things, and he has to survive.
To die.
Yeah, but he survives. They send you there for 100 years. And then, but you survive, and so like, all right, now you have a chance to prove yourself. Go get your gear back, and so they send you back to Earth 100 years later of them being able to study and reverse engineer Yautja technology. So now they're running around with laser weapons and everything else, and so
including your mask, by the way.
Yeah, and so that's how you progress through the game, is going and through and like taking out the lieutenants and stuff, and getting your gear back piece by piece, and upgrading yourself and improving yourself along the way, and then finally completing your hunt.
But like you said, showing mercy to somebody that's weak is weakness within itself. It was almost to them as taboo as
we don't show
no means no. Don't kill each other, which that's a little less looser. Followed
Can't we
around this
all
part.
just get along?
Yeah. Game wise, the best Alien versus Predator game, either or, whichever side of the table you're on, would have to be what is that? We talked about it a few months ago, where you can be either the alien, the human, or is that AVP?
That's AVP.
Yeah.
AVP. God, that fucking game was good. I replayed it. I think it was like 4 months ago. It was like a while back, but I replayed the whole thing, every single campaign, and that was probably one of the best ones. You get to experience a little bit of everything on that one, and the progression of the guy you play as, him finding all the ancient relics of his people before him. He gets the cool spear and the blaster and the helmet on that one, the helmet on that guy. That's one of the coolest Predator helmets I think I've seen in all the Predators. He has the best helmet. When he gets that ancient helmet out of the tomb, that was the cool. Have you played it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I played that. I played every character on that.
Yeah.
game.
I'm not gonna lie. In as much as I absolutely love Yaoja Society, the xenomorph design, and everything else, I am still hands down a diehard Colonial Marine fan.
Oh yeah.
Give me a smart gun, give me a fucking a flak vest, and throw me at him, coach.
It's cool.
Which type of Marine did you play as? Did you play the tank? You played the regular guy with the machine gun?
So I whichever one gives you the smart gun. That was always my go-to.
Heavy, yeah.
But there's a new game coming out, Alien Rogue Incursion, and it's opposite of how Alien Isolation was. 'Cause Alien Isolation, it was survival horror.
I seen this.
With Alien Rogue Incursion. Well, I hope you've seen it. I showed it to you.
Alien
Rogue Incursion. It's going to be action survival horror, and so it's and it's got like the classic like Doom style advertisement. It's like 1 Marine, 1,000 Xenos, 1,000,000 bullets, and you're just gunning motherfuckers down. But in order to survive,
Did you guys play Fireteam?
I played a little bit of Fireteam.
So did I. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things where
they had a fucked up launch.
Yeah,
really bad launch. Yeah, which
it's you're replaying missions and everything else. I can't get behind it. I love a good continuous story. Yeah. Give me something that progresses. I don't want to just keep playing the same maps over and over again.
All right, so Prairie Badlands. Chief says 9. 6.5, maybe
no.
7.
I'm gonna change it to 7 to 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so jolly.
Not too far up out of what I was, but
Kitty, you're about a 7 or 8, right?
I think she's an 8 or 9.
She was an 8.
Okay, yeah.
And Big Smoke is staunchly staying at 6.
But still, overall, a thumbs up from the Nightwatch. Yeah, it sounds like
totally thumbs up.
Definitely go check it out.
Yeah, it's a good watch. Definitely check it out.
Very good watch.
Give your own opinion and let us know in the comments section.
And for now, we're gonna have to wrap it up there because it is mealtime as well as getting late into the evening after watching a whole movie. Check us out on Nightwatch Podcast on Facebook. You can listen to us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Apple Podcasts, or through our RSS feed host with Podbean. You can help financially support the channel through our coffee page, ko-fi.com/nightwatchpodcast. Keep watching us here on our home on YouTube. Subscribe, share it around, hit the bell notification so you know when we're putting up episodes. And that's going to be it for this shift, folks. We'll see you on the next one.
Aloha.
Goodbye.
See you on the next one.
All right. Time to empty out the mop bucket, run the trash, and hit the lights. Go get off my time clock. And be safe getting home.